Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at the North Country Golf Club in Champlain, between Champlain and Rouse's Point. Here today for something a little bit different. A sectional soccer tournament going on, hosted by the Northeastern Clinton Central Cougars. Our guide today will be young John Zerlo. We're going to get the information from Papa John in just a moment and as to what is going on down here.
Thank you, Calvin. I'd like to welcome everyone to the North Country Golf Club here in Rouse's Point. The North Country Golf Club is hosting the 1987 Champlain Valley Athletic Conference Sectional Golf Championship today. We have 11 schools represented. I'll try to name them for you. Northeastern Clinton, of course, the host course. Mount Assumption and Plattsburgh, Plattsburgh High School, St. John's Central, Peru Central, Moriah, Elizabethtown Lewis, Sable Valley, Lake Placid. I don't know if I got 11, but I think I'm very close. These kids have played in the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference all spring long, and the top 6 golfers have been determined by the individual school coaches to participate in this tournament. The winner of the sectional championship will be decided by the 4 low medal scores. There are 6 participants on each team, but the 4 medal scores, that's the lowest scores on the team, will be counted, and the team with the lowest total of the 4 players participating will win the sectional championship. In addition to this, the field will be cut down to 1/3. There's 66 golfers here today. 22 golfers, the low 22 golfers, will be invited to participate in Ticonderoga tomorrow to determine who the 9 participants will be representing Section 7 at the New York State High School Golf Championship to be held at Cornell University next weekend. We are going to take 9 players out of the 22 that are invited to Ticonderoga. So 18 holes will be played here in Rouse's Point. That will decide the sectional championship. And 1/3 of those players will go to Ticonderoga tomorrow to determine who will be the 9 medalists and advance to the New York State High School Championship the following weekend. Thus far, we've had 8 or 9 threesomes tee off in the front 9 and also the back 9. And we have, it looks to me, about 4 or 5 threesomes yet to tee off. The day is a little overcast, but we hope that it'll burn off and turn out to be a good golf day. Note of interest in regard to CVAC golf. The CVAC Golf League is divided up into 2 divisions, the Northern Division and the Southern Division. In regular league play, the Northern Division plays only Northern Division teams, and the same goes for the Southern Division. And we meet for this sectional championship. We have a Northern winner. This year the Northern winner was Peru Central, and the Southern winner this year was Ticonderoga Central. Northeastern finished a close second to Peru. In fact, Peru only had 1 loss this season, and they were defeated by Northeastern. Last year at the sectional championship, Northeastern was fortunate to have 2 boys place in the top 9. Their first player was Mike Zerlo, and the second player was David Dion. And they advanced to the state tournament at Cornell, where they also did quite well. There were 99 of the New York State's best high school golfers present, and Mike Zerlo in that tournament finished 10th out of the 99, and David Dion also fared very well and placed 17th. The Cornell University course is a very, very demanding course. It's a big course, and it demands long hitters, boys that can keep their ball in play. Of course, was designed by Robert Trent Jones, And Robert Trent, when he designed courses, he designed them the way he wanted you to play that course. And if you don't play the course properly, you're not going to score well. The teams that I mentioned, I thought I might have forgotten one. Saranac Lake is also represented here. Westport and Willsboro also participate in the CVAC, but they're not participating in this sectional championship. They decided to refrain from participating this year for some reason or other. The format of the CVAC league, when we play league play, 6 players are participate from each team, and it's a match play format. In other words, we play hole by hole. And if there's a tie, suppose 3 players from one team win their matches and 3 players from the other team win their matches, you have a 3-3 tie, and that is broken by the 4 low medal scores. And if the 4 low medal scores still give us a tie, then we go to the 5th player, and if it's still tied, on to the 6th player. This is a little different than the format here today, because this is a team concept, and we take the 4 medal players. It's match play during the league, but medal play during the sectionals. The difference between match play and medal play is that in match play you play hole by hole. You're in competition with your opponent, hole by hole. And in sectional play, it's medal play, where we'll take the 4 low scores from each team, and that'll determine the sectional championship. I see 3 more fellows just hit. Person in the red hat there is Northeastern participant Brian Bayshard. And we're getting down to near the last group. I think there's 3, 6, 9, about 3 more groups that have to go out. They're going out in threesomes today. Normally we'd go out in foursomes, but in the sectional play and in state play, they go out in threesomes. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Tom Skip Satonsky from Plattsburgh High School, who has served as CVAC golf sectional chairman for many years. And Skip will give you a little bit more input, a little bit more insight as to how the CVAC operates, and also will take you into the state tournament at Cornell University and explain to you how the workings there. Skip?
Thank you, John. The Section 7 tournament is the CVA, is not only the CVAC but also the Mountain Valley League down in the Southern Division. We have 2 divisions, the Northern Division, which consists of 6 schools, and the Mountain Division, which consists of 7 schools. This is the only time they meet is in the Section 7 championship. The 2 divisions meet, and they bring their 6 best players from each school, and from these schools, that the 4 lowest scores tallied up will win the Section 7 of the combination of the 2 divisions. Now there are 11 schools represented here. 2 schools have declined to come to the sectional championship, and 1 school represented is Scroon Lake, which only has 1 individual because they do not have a golf as a team sport. Now, today, the low 4 scores, cumulative, would determine the Section 7 championship, team-wise. But also important today is the low medalists, which will be the top 1/3 low medalists from all of the schools, which will be invited to participate in another tournament tomorrow at Ticonderoga. Now, from the top third, there will be 9 golfers. The 9 lowest scores of today and tomorrow will be able to go to the state championship to be held in Cornell University next week. This is a 2-day tournament which consists of 11 sections from all over the United States, from all over New York. Including Long Island, Westchester, Buffalo areas. Some now play a 36-hole format. And each section will take the low 6 scores of the 9 players at the intersectionals at Cornell to determine the state champions. And in addition to that, we will also have 10 low medalists from the state. A local boy last year, Mike Zerlo, was number 10 from Section 7. And in the past, we had a Kit Cherry came in 7th in the state back in 1980. Other notables that are on the pro circuit right now is Joey Sindelar, who broke all records at Ticonderoga in 1977, I believe, or 1976. Where he broke the course record as a sophomore with a 66 and came back the next day and shot a 65. So when these kids come up there with some formidable players in Cornell. The two-day format, we try to find the best players from the entire section with the two-day low scores. But it is important to the schools today for the section championships and tomorrow for the individuals. Right now, the two favorite schools are those division champions from each division. Peru Central from the Northern Division and Ticonderoga from the Southern Division are probably the early favorites, but golf being the game as it is, you never know. Dark Horse may come in and shoot some low scores. And the kids are really trying their best out here.
We're picking things up here on the 16th, adjacent to the 16th green. And we're kind of in the center of the golf course here. And what they did was they teed off about half of them on the first tee and about half teed off on the 10th tee. So they're playing, some are playing the back 9 before their front 9. But it'll all balance out at the end. So we have golfers all around us here, coming in every direction. And we had some playing off the 17th tee here, about to go into the 17th green. So as we're shooting this, it won't be long before the first golfers are on the 18th and completing their first 9 holes. And we're going to try to pick up action on the 9th and on the 18th and try to get some of the local kids as they're coming in and pick up their scores when they're posted on the scoreboard. So we are out in approximately the middle of the course right here. We're still here in the middle of the course. We're at the near the 12th green. Mike Zerlo is teeing off on the 12th. And just a little bit to the left of the green. This is a par 3. We'll be picking up action when the golfers approach the green.
It's Tim Salerno from Moriah, chipping onto a par 3. This is about 15 yards away. They got a chip shot, should hold. Nice shot. Okay, Mike Zerlo up. He hasn't got too much running room on that green. Got to chip a little high, let it roll. Nice gentle touch. And he's just above the hole. Tom Provo, #1 player from Peru, is up next. Almost identical shot to Mike. Not too much landing room in front of that flag. Take a little roll up. Nice shot. Going to hit the pin. Ooh, he just missed it. Just missed it. That was a nice shot. A little body English could have helped prop it a little more. Slurn is a little further away. Greens are in good condition. Not like a lot of North Country clubs right now. They have a lot of winter kill. Mike putting for par. Shouldn't be going straight in. Ooh, just edged the cup. Just a little tap in for a bogey. Tim Slurden will Mariah. A little short of putt. Ooh, he jumped that. And here's bogey. Tom Provo has a chance for a par. He's got the shortest putt. Almost had a birdie with that chip shot. And he's got his par. Par 3. Okay, Tom Light chipping out from about 40 yards to the 9th. Thomas from Plattsburgh's number 6 player. He's on the green. Nice shot. The ball's holding maybe about 12 feet from the hole. Chad Welch is above the green. He's got a shot for about 15 yards. Oh, he scuffs it. I don't know if it's in a trap or... No, he didn't make the green. That's Paul Airbear from Peru in front of the green. He's got about 10 yards to the green. A little small chip shot. Let her roll up. Plenty of room. Flag is in the center of the green. Nice placement. And a little hard, well, a little above the hole. He's on the fringe. Oh, Chad Welch with another shot to the green, just off the fringe. Rolls it up, and he's within 4 feet from the hole. After the 9th hole, they'll turn in your scores for their 9, have a bit to eat, and then go off on the 10th hole. Things are rolling along smoothly. Paul Aber has the longest putt. It's about 20 feet from the hole. Slight downhill putt. That's it. Oh, a beautiful putt from there. That's a tough one. Greens are playing very honest. Not that much of a break. Tom Light from Plattsburgh. A little shorter one. Putts. Just off. A little tap in. And in. Chad Welch. And he gets it. Okay. No 3-putt green there. Put those on. Scores. If they sign or attest a wrong score, they are automatically disqualified from the tournament. So keeping score is very important on these cases, and they follow not only their own scores but a player who plays along with them. They're not responsible for the addition, but they are responsible for the strokes per hole. Many pros have disqualified themselves for signing a wrong scorecard. the scoreboard at the end of 18 becomes the focal point at the end of any tournament, and a lot of kids are interested in now is not only their school standings, but how they stand in the cutoff going into the individual medalists going on tomorrow. We don't know when the cutoff is going to be. It'll be the lowest 1/3 of the 67 players here, so approximately 22, 23 players will be going to tie tomorrow, vying for 9 spots for the sectional team going to Cornell next week.
Take about 10 minutes or so, fellas. Get something to eat if you want it.
Right. Northeast Clinton going into the 9th hole, second shot, a little short of the green. Good shot. It was almost directly at the pin, but just a little short. We have in this threesome Adam Bogle, who just shot. Derek Zuckerman is just short of the green, and we have Keith Clark from Lake Placid, who is on the green. He's on the fringe in the back. The cutoff probably here for tomorrow, if I make any predictions, will probably be about 85 or 86. I feel that it'll be one top of the third of the players under the conditions today. That 85, 86 will probably be the cutoff. Now, last year at Lake Placid, it was 88. This is a relatively flat course, and I think kids won't have that much difficulty engaging in side hill and downhill lies as they had and blind shots as they were in Lake Placid Club. Okay, there's a third shot for Derek Zuckerman in Lake Placid, Plattsburgh. Green, he's approximately 20 yards from the hole. Takes the guy, lines it up pretty nicely. Not too much running room. These small greens, there's not too much running room on these things, so they can be fairly accurate and fairly high. Looks like a pretty good shot. It was short. It was short. A lot of times you want to play more gently because you haven't got that much room to roll on the green. As a result, you just play it up a little too short. Adam Bogle is checking his out. Keith Clark marks his ball. Adam's chipping. Keith is checking. He's got to lift it just above the fringe. So good shot. Good shot. He's within 2 feet of the hole. Nice shot. He's got a short putt for par, I believe. Derek's got approximately the same shot as Adam had. Let's see if he gets inside Adam or not.
Steve, you have your score? You got your card?
I'm going to chip up just a little bit. Looks good. All right, he's inside Adam. Nice chip shot. That ball stopped dead right on the green. Okay, put that in. It'll be a bogey for him. Adam puts his in. It'll be a par, and if this is the second shot from Keith Clark, if he makes this, he's going for a birdie. We saw one made just exactly that place before. About 20 feet from the hole. Goes down a little bit. Rolling these a little right. You try to be aggressive with a shot like that so it doesn't turn as much. On the downhill line, you can't be that aggressive. He's still away. Check his stance. He's got to go back up to that hole. This should be the easier of the 2 putts. It's going uphill, and he could hit it with some authority. He doesn't have to gentle it on a downhill side. Easy. Ooh. Well, the nemesis of these of the greens, 3 putters. Dark Zuckman, Plattsburgh, playing for bogey. Okay. Adam Bogue, Northeast Clinton. I believe he is putting for par. And he's got it. Keith Clark. This is his 3rd putt. And he puts it in.
With 3 Northeastern players having completed 9 holes, none of them are too badly off at the moment. Bogue playing the front 9 has 43. Welch has a 46 on the front 9, and on the back 9, Jason Favreau had a 40. I heard Skip say earlier that we thought maybe about an 86 might do it to make the top 22 to go on and compete in the States.
18, we have Brian Stewart from MAI, Ian Breen from Saranac Lake, and John Dawson from Northeast Clinton. It was a par 4, big green. It's a tiered green, but the hole is on the lower tier. This is John Dawson chipping from above. Nice chip shot. Little roll, a little more, a little more, a little more. He leaves it about 10 feet short. I believe this is Ian Breen from Saranac Lake. Chipping from a little high grass. He's about 12 yards away using an orange ball, and he is, a nice shot. He's about 6 feet away from the pin. Brian Stewart from MAI. Colorful hats. I believe it is. Little chip shot, and looks like it's all right, just above the hole. He's about 3 feet above the hole. Now that was I got my players mixed up here. Fellow in a white shirt, that's Brian Stewart from MAI. He's got a 12-foot putt. Should be a fairly straight putt. And he putts, and it's, he just missed it on the left side, on the low side of it. And it'll tap it in, I think, for a bogey. There's a short one here, 5 or 6 feet. Going down a little bit. It's going to turn, and it is in there. Nice putt. Another short putt, almost 6-7 feet. Left side, that should be a fairly straight putt also. Oh, and he just missed it on the high side. Sometimes you hold the club too hard and everything goes. Okay. No 3 putts on that green. That was a good green. Okay, it looks like Tim Slerney from Mariah is hitting from approximately 150 yards out into the 18th green. It's a long ball. All right, he's on the green. He is approximately 25 feet away from the the hole. Next one up is Tom Provo from Peru. Approximately 120 yards out. Lost sight of that ball. Right on the green. Nice shot. He's going up on a tier, though. He's got a thing. Mike Zerlo is up next. He hit a one smash shot. He's a heck of a driver. Boy, you could hit a ball a long time. He's approximately 50 yards from the green. Just placed it up there nicely. Looks like a fine shot. Okay, and he's going up on that tier also. Didn't hold that green. He wanted a little bite on that green. Okay. Of the putts, it looks like Salerno's got the closest one, and it's not on the upper tier. He's got a fairly even shot. The other putts are going to have a downhill lie, and it's going to speed up. So they'd be very careful, those putts. This is the last group. These are supposed to be the number one players from each of the schools. Mike Zero from Northeast Clinton, Tom Provo from Peru, and Tim Salerno from Mariah. Got some fine scores here today. In fact, when I said an 85 may make the cutoff, I may have to lower that. There's a lot of 38s and 39s coming in with these top groups. Right now, it looks like Ticonderoga is in the lead, and as expected to be.
Garrett, get your group and get going, okay?
Sun's come out, the wind's picked up a little bit. These kids have learned when those punch marks on the green. They say if you do it within 30 seconds, you're not damaging the green, it's repairing it. If you leave them for any length of time, that ruins the green for a considerable amount of time, ruining it for other players. So kids are respecting the other players that are following them. Also respect the course. Here's a long putt for Mike. It's going to speed up as it's going down to that tier. It's hard to feel comfortable on a putting green when everybody's watching you. The putt. They'll speed up too fast. Oh, we just missed that hole. Picked up speed a little fast. That's saying they're going at second tier. It really speeds up. And they cut the greens this morning. Even though there was some dampness, the greens are running pretty fast. As the day goes on, the sun comes out, the greens get faster and faster. So you've got to keep on adjusting. This is also a shot that's going to speed up. He played it. No, he had the right speed, just a little left. He's only about a foot and a half away from the hole. He's got the more. Tim Salerno's got the more even putt, a straightaway shot. Well, it looks like he's going to be short. If they played that one from the upper tier, it would have been a great shot. Right speed. But he was short. Okay, this is a par putt for Mike Zerlo, Northeast Clinton. Well, about 4 feet. Oh, he is left. He'll take a bogey. Okay, Tim Salerno. His shot should be a direct shot. He's going for a par putt. Ooh, and he missed it just to the left. Right speed and wrong direction. We're playing under that thing. It doesn't seem to be moving too much. All right, here's a short putt. It should be a tap in for Tom Provo for a par. So we had a bogey, Tom Provo, Peru. Putting for par, and he's got a par.
There's one behind you.
Right now, after 9 holes in the Section 7 tournament, it's a very close one. Northeast Clinton is winning by 1 right now after 9 holes with a 157 with the top 4 players. Ty is second with a 158. St. John's is third with a 159. There's a 1 point separating all of these 3 teams. It's going to be a horse race all the way down. Fourth is 164 with Peru, Sable Valley 165, followed by PHS with a 171, Moriah 179, MAI with a 183. There are a lot of low scores in the front and the back nines. And it looks like by prediction about 45 being the cutoff, 85 being the cutoff, may be a little higher than I had thought. There'll be, as I reminded you, that there's going to be the top 1/3 players will be invited to Ticonderoga tomorrow to put their scores in a different type of golf course, and selecting 9 of the top third going into the intersectionals at Cornell next week. So right now, NEC, Northeast Clinton, is ahead by 1 over St. John's, over Ticonderoga, 2 over St. John's, and going into the last 9 holes. And anything can count in golf and kids.
We have a group coming up on 18. This is their finishing hole. In front of the green is Chad Welch standing in front of the green. He already hit his second shot to the green. He's lying 2 just above the pin. And with Chad from Northeastern, with Chad is Tom Light from PHS and Paul Hebert from Peru Central. And they're approaching the green. And I'm going to give you Skip Zatonsky, again your section chairman, to finish narrating the finishing hole.
They're all lying 2?
They're all lying 2.
A Tom Light PHS, that is approximately 20 yards to the hole. Half of it is fairways. Got to go over a sand trap. Got plenty of green to roll on. Chip shot, taking his 3rd shot. Looks like a little too hard unless it stops, and it looks like a good. Oh, he almost had it in a hole. Almost a birdie. Nice shot. Okay, Paul Hebert from Peru. Just on the fringe. Well, up there is a nice position. A lot of green to play with. Just let it roll up. That looks good. A little short. Probably use a 7-iron. Let it roll would probably have been a little bit better. Chad Welch has been resting. His ball's been on a green. Approximately a 12-foot putt for a bird. They're all on the flat. Before we saw other players on this green coming up from the upper tee and watched the ball speed up as they putted. Now they are all on even ground and relatively straight putts on this green from there, from each pot. Okay. Chad is southpaw. 12-foot putt. Looks good. Oh, it just hit the right corner. Nice. He's going to tap it in for a par. Just hit. When they say round holes have no corners, not on a golf course. Okay, that was a nice par for Chad Welch from Northeast Clinton. Paul Airby from Peru, approximately an 8-foot putt. That should be straight in. And this is his par putt. Did he fall asleep? A little concentration. Oh, and the concentration just a little to the left. He's got a 1 foot. He's got a 1 foot putt. I wouldn't put it in there right now. Mark it. Take your time. Take a breather. Sometimes you get too anxious and you miss those little 1 footers. All right, Tom Light for his par putt. He's got a relatively short putt, about 4 feet. Oh, a little light. To the right. Now he doesn't have to mark that one. And Tom Light's got a bogey. Okay, and this is a bogey for Paul Airby from Peru. Okay, there's a bogey. There's a par, bogey, and all close putts. 3 young fellas finishing up on their 18th on number 9 is Steve Riley from St. John's, who shot a 49 in the front, Mike Vigliotti from Thai, who shot a 46, and Jason Farrell from Northeast Clinton, who shot a 49. They're all lying in 2. None of them are on the green. They are all short of the green. As they're approaching the green, their scores may make some differences in the total outcome. Right, in fact, right now, these 3 schools, NEC, Thai, and St. John's, are 1 point apart in their team standings. That NEC is ahead and by 1 stroke, and the next 2, St. John's and Thai, are even. And it's kind of coincidental that there are 1 player from each of the schools approaching the screen on their last hole on the 18th. I think Steve Riley is away for St. John's. This is an elevated green, and he's going to have to get it up. He can't baby these shots. He has to put it on the green. It's not going to roll up at all because he got a fairly thick fringe. He got it up, and it's long enough, maybe too long. Is it going to hold? Yeah, it holds. All right, it's a good shot from there. They got a relatively small green to hit to. Okay, Jason Farrell, NEC, just off the green. Just got to pop it up and let it roll a little bit. He shot a 40 in front 9. He did it nicely, rolled a little bit. Not as much as he wanted, a little disappointed. Not too bad. Okay, Mike Vigliotti from Ticonderoga. Dad used to be golf coach at Thai. He was athletic director. Okay. He's got a little running room there too also. Let it pull it up, got a little further. Okay, they're all pretty good distance from the hole. Approximately, it looks like about 12 feet apiece. I don't know how they're going to determine who's the closest.
5, 6, 5, 7, 15, 10.
Okay, they checked their ball. I don't think any putt is any more difficult than the other, just other than distance.
6, 5, 4.
I don't read these greens too well. They usually play fairly straight. Okay, Jason Favreau putting for par. Rolls it. Is it? Hey, he got his par. Nice putt from that. Just nice speed and nice direction. Just turned a little bit into the left. Okay, Steve Riley going to try to do the same thing for this is a par shot also. Steve is from St. John's.
Signing 2 cards. 1 you kept,
Ball's going. No. Settle off. And tap it in for a bogey. Okay, Mike Vigliotti. Got the shortest putt of the three. Straight in shot. And oh, a little too strong. A little too strong on that one. Okay, that's a bogey for Mike. Yep. Okay, coming into the 18th, we have Derek Zuckerman, who is behind the trees right now. He's got the long shot. He's from PHS. You can see him in white right between those trees. It looks like I don't see where the ball. Oh, there it is. Right above the green, onto the gravel, and into the gravel. He's going to get a free drop on the side here. He hit the ball a little too long. Right now we have Keith Clark from Lake Placid, also behind the trees, coming in and approaching the green. You got to get above the trees. You got it high. Lost it. There it is. It's on the fringe on the left side of the green. All right, Adam Bogue, right now a long ball hitter for Northeast Clinton. He's got a fairly easy shot coming up. Oh, he pulled it to the right. And high, he is above the green in the gallery. The old adrenaline's flowing there. The guys hit some long balls. Eric Zuckerman is sitting on the gravel. He's going to have a free drop. All right. Derek Zuckerman is going to get a ruling here. The old adrenaline going to hit it over the green, and he is in the car path. John Carpenter, coach from St. John's, with a ruling committee, is indicating what he can do. He has several options with that ball, giving a free drop in an area no closer to the green. As long as his stance does not hit the road, it's a free drop. There's no penalty for this. I think he's take his best options and play whatever he wants. Right, maybe he's choosing to go back a little further in the same line, no closer to the hole. He's rolling down a little bit, but he's going to be all right. It fell into a little hole though. It's not the best. It's not the best drop that you can get. But again, when you get anything free, they're not easy. Okay, this is his third shot, Derek Zuckerman. Oh, he scuffed it. Look at that rough. Adam Bogue is in the rough over here, above the hole. He again has a downhill line. This is not an easy putt either, but he's got a lot of green to play with. He did well. Just get down that hill, and we just okay. Good on those conditions. And a downhill line. I'm trying to get it up. All right. Okay, Zuckerman trying again to get on the green. He's shooting 4. There's a par for a hole. A good chip. Oh, missed that hole. All right, he leaves himself about 7 feet. Adams about 8 feet. Keith Clark from Lake Placid he's on it too. Is taking his birdie putt from about 25 feet. He's on the fringe. I don't know if that is going to interfere with his putt or not. Again, it's a fairly even green. Looks like a good putt. Looks like a fairly good spin. Oh, he's running short. A little short. Leaves himself about 4 feet short. Zuckerman playing from 8 feet out for a bogey. He's a little above the hole. He's going to have to settle for a double bogey. He's going to tap in for a 6. Okay. The chip shot did him in. He couldn't get the ball up and above that fringe. All right. Adam Bogue, Northeast Clinton. 8-foot putt for his par. Adam is only an 8th grader. He's doing quite well. Ooh. Shouldn't have said that. You gotta tap in for a bogey. Keith Clark from Lake Placid. 4-foot putt for his par. Ooh, he missed it on the low side also. Oh. You got a 1-foot putt coming back for a bogey. He's got it. John Dawson's second shot on the green. He's within birdie range. He's probably about 12 feet away from the hole. He's a good position. He's got a little uphill lie. No problem. We have Ian Breen from Lake Placid is having a little difficulty, from Saranac Lake, having a little difficulties in their right rough. I don't know if he could find his ball or not. The rough isn't really that rough. Rules indicate that there's 5 minutes to look for a lost ball. Then he could, if he doesn't find it, he could drop one there and declare it a lost ball, and there's a stroke penalty on that. It gets kind of thick where they planted the new seedlings. The mowers haven't cut that, and local rules indicate that they get a free lift from the higher grass around the around those seedlings. They're still looking for the ball. On his ball, I think. Okay, there's Ian Breen, Saranac Lake.
Yeah, because like you say, the way you lean down into it, you're better off. Well, what happened?
Hit a nice ball, got a good loft in there, and it's coming down, and it looks like it's on the green. Nice shot from that rough. All right, beautiful shot. Sometimes in the face of adversity, huh? Okay, Brian Stewart from MAI. This is his third shot. He scuffed his second shot. Third shot going into the green. Oh, he pulled it to the left. And high, it's going to be high, short, and to the left. Having a hard time on that one. Okay, Bob. His chip shot to the hole. Oh, all right. He's about a foot and a half away. A little downhill line. No problem there. The longest putt will probably be from Ian Breen of Saranac Lake. They marked the balls. Okay. Ian putting.
Basketball.
12, 14 feet. Yep. Close, but no Cupid doll. I'm going to go back. Still a tester. Never take these things for granted. That's why adults have gimmies. When you're playing a tournament like this, there is no such thing as gimmies. You got to make everything. Okay. All right, coming out of a rough. 2-putt. I think he has a par on it. All right, John Dawson is going for a birdie for approximately 6 to 8 feet out. Should have had a relatively easy putt. Yeah, has to hit it with some authority. Can't lag these. And does he? Well, he didn't hit it with authority. A little slight incline. You got to. Okay, he's got his par. Brian Stewart. I'm trying to think what he has. I think he's shooting for a bogey or a double bogey right now. He had a little difficulty. He was airmailing his shots. Oh, hit the cup, came back. A 6 or 7. Never take a putt for granted.
We'll take a quick look here before they put up Dawson's score. See the first 3 finishes for the Cougars. Chad Welch hit a 52 to go to his 46 for a 98. And Jason Favreau had 40s, 2 40s for an 80. Adam Bogue had a 41 to go with his 43 for an 84. Well, the Cougars holding up fairly well.
Drew is shooting now, shooting his second ball on the 18th. Peru's still in the thick of things for the team championship, and he's playing along with Brian Bichard, who's also in the thick of things, playing for Northeast Clinton. There's his second shot from Little Timmy Rock. It's quite a, well, that was a practice swing. Quite a difference. Tim Rock is a little guy compared to Brian, who's a pretty big boy. But in golf, the smallest guy, you can get it a low score just as well as the big guy. All right, there's his shot. It looks pretty good. It's fading a little bit. All right, he's on top. He's on the green in 2, quite a distance, and he's still on top of that second tier. It's going to be a tough putt from there. He's got to go for the flag at an angle and down the hill. So this is going to do some reading. The ones that we've seen before have gone past a hole, not realizing how fast that and how steep that hill is. All right, Brian Bichard is in the center of the fairway right now. A good ball he hit, and he's going for his second shot. Okay, he's got a good approach to that. And his hit, it looks good. Straight up, high, and it has to hold that green if it hits in the beginning. Okay, he's on the green. It's not going to make it to the second tier. He's got a considerably better putt, even though the distance is not that difference, but they got that tier to contend with. So he's got a fairly even putt of approximately 20 feet. Tim Rock is probably 28 to 30 feet. Playing along with Tim Rock and Brian is Steve Kelly from Moriah. I don't know where his second shot had gone. He's walking to the left of the green. Well, if he's playing a yellow ball, it's near here the road. I don't know if that's a dandelion or a ball. Oh no, yeah, he's crossing over the line. Now, he's got a chip shot of about 20 yards. Maybe 8 yards of to get over the rough, and the rest is all green. But he still has that tier. He has to hit it on a fly, hit it on a level, and let it roll. You can't really put it on the ground too much. They're just going over that tier. Okay, this is a shot. All right, he's done well. Let it roll. No, he hit the downhill slope of that tier, and the ball just stopped dead at that point. Okay, so we have Tim Rock shooting from Peru, shooting 2, shooting 3. Brian Bichard shooting his third shot for birdies, and Steve Kelly is on the green, putting for par. Tim Rock is away. He's got that tier to go down. Let's see if he see how well he puts this. How he figures out the speed of that tier, and whether the ball's going to go on an angle or is it straight. A lot of questions to be answered on something like this. Okay, Tim's got a putt. He's got the right speed. Is he speeding up? He's got the correct speed. Nice putt from there. Nice putt from there. He's only a foot away. Timmy, you going to tap it in or are you going to mark it? Oh, he's going to tap it in. He's confident he's going to tap it in. Okay. All right, that's for a par for Tim Rock. Okay, Brian Bichard from Northeast Clinton is next. Notice the size difference between these two fellows, and they're both shooting for the same hole. Unlike basketball or football, where size makes a considerable difference, in golf it doesn't. All players are created equal. Nice putt, nice putt. Oh, he just went over it and he went past it. He's about 3 feet away. Mariah. Short. He's got about a foot left. Ryan's studying is about 3 feet. Should be a straightaway putt. This is for par. Short. Oh, he wasn't short, but he knew he had to settle for a bogey. Okay, Steve Kelly, Mariah.
Okay, Dick. We needed that.
He got his in.
Round.
Here's the top players from each of the schools. Mike Zerlo. Oh, that wasn't Mike. Hard. That was Tom Provo from Peru, who was also team in contention, and this is Tim Sparrow from Mariah. All three of them shot very well in their front nine. And back nine may depend on a long ball, and it's right on the green, and nice shot. Mike blasted one out there in the middle of the fairway. Mike came in 10th in the state last year. He's qualified for the states for 4 years, and he's only a junior. All right, he's got a shot. It's high in the air. It's going to hold the green a little too long, I think. No, it's not going to hold the green. It's just a little bit off. The old adrenaline is going. Okay, so we have only one person on the green, and that is Tim Slerner from Mariah. Tom Provo from Peru is just as short as Mike Zerlo is long, going into the last hole. All three of them shot well in the front nine. The gallery is gathering back here, and I'm sure it causes some nervousness. Okay, they all be shooting 3 from where they are. Peru's in the thick of things with Northeast Clinton, and whatever score these two fellows come up with may be decisive in determining the team champion. Ticonderoga and St. John's is right in there too. It's a very, very tight team match, and it looks like the cutoff right now. People are saying that early projections is that the cutoff for the medalists will be 84, which is the lowest it's been in years. But the conditions here have been perfect today. All right, Tom Provo from Peru's got a short chip shot to the green. Tom's played very well throughout the year during the league. He's got one up, and in the hole. Oh, it just missed that hole. He is about a foot away from the hole, and it just gave it a little wink and a wave, and away it went. All right, fine shot, fine shot. Mike's got a tougher shot. He's set up nicely, but it's downhill, so he's going to have to give it a little lift and run just a little bit. He doesn't want to go over that over the green. It's a more difficult shot, but Mike's a very capable golfer. Mark the ball. He's got the green. He's got to just put it out, just run a little bit. He's got it's going downhill. It's going to pick up speed as it goes. Can't overshoot it. All right, this is Mike's third shot. Hit it well. They're running. It's running. It's running. Oh, fast. See how fast that thing moves as soon as it hits there? Yeah. Okay, Tim Salerno is shooting 20 feet for a birdie. Tom Provo's got a shoe-in for a par, and Mike's got a challenging shot for par. Okay, it's Tim Salerno from Mariah putting now for a bird. Too short, too short, too short. It's picking up speed, but it's still too short. He's going to mark it. Okay, Mike's got a challenge. There's no gimme. It's too good. Mike's been having difficulty putting this year. Hit that ball a mile. When it comes to 3 or 4 feet, you get the yips a little bit. Okay, this is for par. One stroke might mean the difference of a team championship right here. Northeast Clinton lost it by 1 stroke last year. And he gets it. All right, for a par. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Did very well. Mike shot a 74, 38, 36. All right, that may have taken that team, Northeast Clinton. That was his birdie putt, and he goes a par. Okay. Tom Provo. Okay, he gets his par. For Peru.
We'll check and see how the Northeastern players did. Welch, as we showed earlier, finished with a 98. Favreau had 40 and 40 for an 80. Adam Bogue, the 8th grader, had a 43 and a 41 for an 84. John Dawson, 39 and 39 for a 78. Brian Bayshore, 40 and a 39 for a 79. We've been told Zerl had a 36 and a 38 for a 74. That'd give Northeastern a 311, and it looks like they're going to take the Section 7 championship as individuals, and I would say that all 4 of the top players, Zerlo, Dawson, Bayshore, and Favreau, would make the cut for tomorrow, and will be playing in Ticonderoga. And they'll pick 9 out of there to go on. We'll have exact totals here and exact winners in just a moment.
I think 85.
84. I don't know if the lineup will be at the Press Republican tomorrow, but tee-off will be at 9 o'clock tomorrow at
Well, Northeastern will send 5
For those of you with 84s and below,
to Ticonderoga tomorrow.
welcome back.
They'll be sending Zerlo,
and
Bayshore, Dawson, Bogue, and
Okay,
Favreau.
thank you, gentlemen. It was a fine tournament.
They'll hit 84 or less. Zerlo did finish with the 74. Northeastern takes the sectionals with a 311.
Could you stay around for pictures, please?
Finishing
First three
second,
teams, that's,
I believe, was St.
Northeast
John's.
Clinton, St. John's and Ticonderoga.
St. John's was second with 317. It was at 311. And Ticonderoga had 320. Barely beating out Peru, who finished with 322. Top golfer of the day with 74 was Mike Zerlo. And we'll take a shot of the entire board for you here.
Brian.
Golf or basketball? Tennis.
I will, because I can give you a Jason. No, again from
That's the presentation of the Section Crown, Section 7 Crown to Northeastern Clinton.
Get on there, don't get on there. Let's get by height. I get to stand in and skate. Well, who you are? Cecil B. DeMille or what? Federico Fellini. Okay?
Coach John Zerlo and his troops.
I want you guys all to grab this.
Get closer together, guys.
Thank you.
Northeastern finishes for Section 7 Class D.
Cal.
Excuse me, not Class D. This is Section 7 championships for 1987 in golf.
Congratulations, John. Thank you, Skipper. Correct. Boy, Michael.